maybe we're in a recession. Like now, today. After all, the usual signs are all there. Just 3 weeks ago, we saw the inverted yield curve that's correctly predicted 9 recessions since 1955.
Oh my God, Graham.
Are you saying this stuff?
So this is one of those times when YouTubers draw conclusions from nuanced concepts without explaining it, probably because they don't understand it. To be clear, the inverted yield curve isn't irrelevant, but it's only an indicator, it's not a bloody predictor. Well, to understand the inverted yield curve, you first have to understand the yield curve.
Then what is it?
Now, a yield curve simply plots yields or interest rates of bonds of equal credit quality to show future interest changes and economic activity. So normally they look like this, sloping upwards, which is simply because bonds with longer maturity dates have a slightly higher risk because they're in the market for longer and should attract higher rates as a result. The further you have to forecast in the future, the more uncertainty there of course is going to be.
Well, a lot can happen in 6 years.
This is an inverted yield curve. Here you can see the short-term interest rates are higher than that of long-term bonds, and this can be a really good indicator of negative economic activity in the short-term future. But what Graham has done is something very dishonest here, unless he in fact doesn't realize what's going on.
Well, now that seems intentionally misleading.
See, this is what's so frustrating. When Graham uploaded this video, we were no longer experiencing an inverted yield curve.
Wait, what?
That's right, it was already old news. It was already over. That had happened 3 weeks prior for the smallest possible time and had since returned to a more normal outlook. This chart shows when the inverted yield curve has been sustained in such a way that it's actually a useful indicator of subsequent economic activity. If you look at the blue points here, here, and here, you'll see how you can actually see some color because the yield curve remained inverted for a sustained period of time. Simply, this is not what happened a month ago, and people like Graham have been making clickbait content about the recessions that are upcoming or the market crashes for years now, and eventually, of course, he will be right. But without offering some actual dates for this prediction, it isn't really a valuable insight.
I'm just saying things.
Now, I appreciate that a YouTube video on inverted yield curves isn't the most interesting thing, so well done for sticking through to the end, and thanks for the support, it means a lot.